Hello and welcome to the Veritaseum DAO channel. I am one of the co-hosts here, Jeff, otherwise known as Litecoin Leader. Both myself and Lisa Davis, Litecoin Lisa, were able to sit down with Reggie Middleton recently for an extended interview. But until we're able to share the entire interview, we want to give you a few excerpts. So please enjoy this little clip as we lead up to the entire broadcast soon.
One aspect of the VERI tokens and licensing is the intellectual capital. So we had filed patents in April and May of 2013. As Lisa said, they were granted in the US and Japan. We filed more since then. And these patents are the foundational technology for the industry, peer-to-peer capital markets, and decentralized finance. Foundational technology means it's the foundation for the technology that the industry is built upon. Good examples of foundational technology would be the integrated circuit. Okay, so if you think about the integrated circuit and how valuable that is for so many things that came after it, computer chips, computers, televisions and cars and radios and phones and TVs and almost everything. Okay, other examples would be the CRISPR, right? The mapping of the human genome. Okay, we don't even know what comes on top of that yet, but we all know it is a lot. The inventor or the alleged inventor that just lost a patent case where she lost access to the patent to, I think, a couple of universities. I don't know, but the value of that is almost incalculable. If you can't calculate it, you're not thinking big enough. So foundational technologies are very, very important. Now, when you have a foundational technology patent, okay, you are most likely going to be attacked by everybody else because they don't want you to have it. Or, more aptly put, they want to have it. A good example, if we go back in history, and I do like to look at how things worked in the past, because it gives you a pretty clear roadmap, not on what's going to happen, but the patterns of how they happen. Because things change over time, but the only thing that remains constant is change. Okay, so an example of a foundational technology patent that was aggressively competed for was the telephone, sending, replicating sound waves through radio signals. So you can look up the patent on the USPTO site. Alexander Graham Bell was the first to patent the telephone. What made it first is interesting. There were two other patents pending. I think the second up would have been first, but the guy had to go to lunch, and he went to lunch, and I think he missed the patent office. And
Are you serious?
It came the next day, and there was another guy who wasn't even. I think he was in the U.S. I have to go over the story because a lot of the details I don't have the memory. But Bell got the patent. Then he had to fight because they challenged him. Do you think he fought a lot or a little bit?
A lot.
Yeah. So he had challenges to the patent and legal challenges, and they sued him, and they challenged him through the USPTO and through the courts. Take a guess how many lawsuits he had to go through.
I mean, I can't imagine. There are stories and stories in history about the electricity inventions, really nefarious things about people trying to steal each other's IP, or because it really is about who is recorded as the inventor of it, not who actually invented it. And that's where these patents are so important.
Well, Alexander Graham Bell defended against 600 lawsuits.
Wow.
100. And he didn't give up. He didn't stop. He fought and fought 600 lawsuits. But by the time right before he got to 601, they got the message. And then he created the predecessor to the Bell companies. The Alexander Graham Bell's entity became so large and so overreaching, the government itself broke it up.
Right.
What you call the baby bells. Right? And they were so powerful, they started getting powered again. And the biggest baby bell, AT&T, American Telephone and Telegraph. And they're still a behemoth. You're talking pushing over 100 years ago. Not over 100, almost, almost 100 years ago. Okay? Or maybe. Yeah. So I'm tired. The dates escape me, but you get the gist of the conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can attest that yes, people will sue, and they will go and they will try and take things that they know they don't, have a right to, but they simply use the legal system. You could talk about patents and patent issues, because now that grown-ups are moving into the crypto space, the concept of IP is being given attention. The problem is, it's a little late for that. It should have been given attention from the beginning. You start a business and say, I'm going to get a telephone number and an email address in a few years. Okay, you're free to do that, but you need one now. Okay, you drive a car, I'm going to buy insurance in next year because I don't really believe in insurance. Okay, but you need it now. Now, as long as you don't get hit, you don't really feel the need for insurance. But once you get hit, the need for insurance comes. The concept of the entire crypto and distributed ledger space, distributed ledger technology space, is monumental. This will compete with the internet and smartphone for the most significant technology of the last 2 centuries, 20th and 21st century. I think I can say that with full faith and honesty. And people are going to look back on it and wonder in amazement why any professional, why anybody would think that they can invent something that is so monumental, so far-reaching, and not want to claim ownership on it.
So there you have it, a brief excerpt from our interview with Reggie Middleton. We'll be airing more excerpts like this in the near future, as well as the full extended interview in the coming days. So on behalf of Lisa Davis, Reggie Middleton, and the entire VeriDAO, I hope to see you again very soon. Take care.